Whenever you feel thirsty, does that mean you are dehydrated? Well, how do you know which hydration drink is right for you, especially the ones with the hefty price tag? Well, joining us this morning is registered dietitian Mary Beth Kavanagh to tell us the scoop on hydration drinks. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me here.
How do you know when you're dehydrated? I mean, is it simple to know?
Well, not really, Michael, because by the time you're thirsty, you're probably already dehydrated. So you need to drink ahead of that sense of thirst.
We all know, or we all should know, how important water is to keep us hydrated. Right. And a lot of people tell you how many different cups you should have. How many cups is, in your opinion, the perfect amount?
I would say 10 to 13 cups of fluid per day. So that includes water and, you know, any kind of drinks that you would drink.
What about coffee? Because a lot of people think, well, I'm drinking coffee, that's hydrating me.
Right. We used to tell people that caffeine has a diuretic effect, so you can't count that. But we've kind of reversed our thinking as far as that's concerned. So anything that's liquid that you drink, we don't like to count alcohol, though.
Okay.
Anything liquid that you drink, 10 to 13 cups a day.
All right. There's so many athletes out there. There's so many athletic drinks out there. So they think, okay, well, Gatorade or whatever they say on TV it's good for me. Is it really good for the average athlete out there?
For the average athlete, I think water is the best thing. It's better for the environment if you have your own reusable water bottle that you use. But water, if you're exercising at a moderate intensity, you know, water is the best thing to hydrate yourself. If you're exercising in hot weather, or if you're exercising for longer than 60 minutes at a high intensity, then you might want to think about some of the Gatorade types of drinks that will replace carbohydrate, and also some electrolytes, sodium and potassium.
And that's what makes this, I was just going to ask you, what exactly in this drink that makes it better for people who exercise more? Right,
so the little bit of carbohydrate helps you absorb the water quicker, and then the sodium that's added to the Gatorade, and this product is mostly a Coca-Cola product, there's sodium and potassium added as well. Those are electrolytes that control where the fluid goes in our bodies.
Coconut water is huge right now.
It is.
I've never had it. Is it good for you? What about it makes it good for you?
Well, what it's been being advertised as is that it's natural, and it has more sodium and potassium, especially potassium, than the than the Gatorade type sports drinks have.
Okay.
So
can I have a swig?
Absolutely, we can try this. It's again.
You got to take the cap off.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry, I do that all the time. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
Here, you know what? Is this something that you should shake up?
Yeah, I did shake it. Yeah.
You did?
Yep.
All right.
Yep. So more sodium and potassium, but here's the thing. So you see it looks like water. It's all natural. That's how they're billing it. Of course, we always
Is it all natural?
It is.
Okay.
Comes from the coconut.
Because there's a lot of advertisements out there that say it's all natural.
Right, but once we have something all natural, we have to add to, you know.
Salud.
There you go.
Oh, it's tasty.
Yeah, it's very tasty.
I think it would be tasty better a little cold.
Right, right, exactly. But more sodium, more potassium, and so that's why people are going in that direction. Now, when you're exercising and sweating, most of what you lose is sodium.
Okay.
So this potassium, this added potassium that's naturally occurring in the coconut water, we know that people aren't getting enough potassium because they're not eating enough fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, like so if could fruits and vegetables like bananas, that I know everyone knows that there's a lot of potassium in bananas, that actually there are foods that will help you keep you more hydrated without drinking the water?
Yes, without drinking the water, and at a cheaper price. These guys go for $2 to $3.
Ooh, that's pretty pricey.
They're not in the grocery store, they're not in the gas stations, you know, those stores. You know, you pretty much have to go to, you know, a health food store in order to find these.
All right, let's talk about the vitamin water and Sobe. Everyone says, okay, well, it says vitamin water, so that means it has the essential vitamins in it. Is that true?
It is not true that it has all the vitamins that you need. It has some vitamins, select vitamins, that have been added basically to sugar water. So you can go sugar-free, and I think that's a good way to go. You know, if you're concerned about your intake of vitamins, then you certainly should be concerned about lowering your sugar intake.
Exactly.
So you can go with the artificial sweetened variety, but the vitamins that are added to these types of waters are essential for helping us use the energy from food, but they don't really give us energy. They help us get the energy from food. And we don't have any problems with people not getting enough of the vitamins that are added. So it's just pretty much a pile-on.
Lastly with here, alternative energy and what is this, Rockstar Recovery. So this is something that's supposed to boost you, huh?
Right. So now we've got the energy components. So now we've got caffeine, we've got guarana, we've got added central nervous system stimulants. If you're concerned about athletic performance, this is not the way to go. If you're trying to stay awake for, to take a test or study for a test, could be helpful, but we want to use caution when we get down there.
We talked about foods that actually hydrate you. Are there foods out there that could naturally dehydrate you?
Can't think of any foods that would dehydrate you. Taking in too much salt can cause you to be thirstier and have, more of a sense of thirst. Say, for example, Easter dinner, you eat that big old few slices of ham, and you're really thirsty after that. So that.
But it tastes so good.
It does. But your body's trying to dilute some of that sodium by kicking in that thirst mechanism.
Mary Beth, always great information. Thank you very much.
Michael.
If you want to contact Mary Beth Kavanagh at Case Western Reserve, you can do so by calling 216-368-3231 for more information.